Junie said it's perfect, Jesse, before I'd even seen the floor. I spend my days fixing shutters, spend my nights still playing shows. I spend my days fixing shutters, spend my nights still playing shows. Willie and Marcus helped me build a porch, the kind every good house grows. We got a house of our own now, small and honest, built by hand. We got a house of our own now, planting roots in Delta land. Ain't much, but it's the first place ever felt like it was truly planned. Junie hung curtains that her mama sewed before she passed away. Junie hung curtains that her mama sewed before she passed away. Said every stitch is a piece of her, still watching over us today. We got a house of our own now, small and honest, built by hand. We got a house of our own now, planting roots in Delta land. Ain't much, but it's the first place ever felt like it was truly planned. I still play the circuit song, 3 nights out, 4 nights home. I still play the circuit song, 3 nights out, 4 nights home. Well, they understood the balance now, knew a man don't always gotta roam. Marcus started courting the girl himself, brought her around on a Sunday noon. Marcus started courting the girl himself, brought her around on a Sunday noon. We sat out on my new built porch, playing a lazy Delta tune. Junior started singing harmony whenever I rehearsed a song. Junior started singing harmony whenever I rehearsed a song. Her voice was soft but sure and steady, never once seemed out of place, never wrong. We got a house of our own now, small and honest, built by hand. We got a house of our own now, planting roots in Delta land. Ain't much, but it's the first place ever felt like it was truly planned. A letter came one morning from a promoter up in Chicago town. A letter came one morning from a promoter up in Chicago town. Said he'd heard the cold trio sound and wanted to bring it further round. Junior read it slow beside me, didn't flinch, just held my hand. Junior read it slow beside me, didn't flinch, just held my hand. Said you built this house, Jesse, but I never asked you to abandon your own plan. I sat with that letter a long while, looking out at the little garden. Junie had started planting along the fence line, tomatoes and greens. Coming up slow in the Delta heat, I thought about Chicago, about bigger stages, bigger crowds, maybe even bigger money. And for the first time since Memphis, the thought of a bigger stage didn't stir nothing much in me at all. I thought about Ray Kingston, about how chasing bigger nearly cost me everything that mattered. I looked over at Junie, humming soft while she worked in that garden. And I understood something Big Sam tried to teach me a long time ago. A man don't need the biggest stage in the world, he just needs the right one, with the right people standing beside him. I wrote back to that promoter and told him thank you, but I'd found exactly the size of life I was looking for. garden growing too. We kept playing the circuit steady, kept the house and garden growing too. June is barely started rounding out that autumn, a secret we both knew. Sat that night out on the porch, getting resting on my knee. I sat that night out on the porch, guitar resting on my knee. Junie beside me, hand on her belly, and for once my heart felt free. We got a house of our own now, and soon we'll be one more. One more soon. We got a house of our own now, more than I ever bargained for. More than I bargained for. Got 6 strings on my shoulder, and a family growing at my door.
Jesse caught him with the papers in his hand. 7 days of waiting on the promise wearing thin. Ray keeps saying, soon, brother, soon I'll set it right. Jesse keeps on drinking, keeps on letting the doubt sink in. Calloway don't know yet, Jesse hasn't told a soul, except Miss Hattie sworn to silence, worried in her eyes. Jesse tells himself he's handling it the quiet way, tells himself that air in trouble never made a man look wise. The shows go on in Cincinnati, Louisville, and Dayton. Jesse's playing on the outside while he's breaking underneath. Loretta's gone, Ray's a stranger wearing an old friend's jacket. Big Sam's far away in Clarksdale, just a voice beneath the teeth. Telegram arrives from Memphis from the bank Miss Hattie flagged. Says the account in question's now completely drained and closed. Jesse reads it twice, feels the last thread of denial snapping, feels the door that had been cracked, slammed shut and fully closed. He finds Ray backstage in Dayton, laughing with the roadies. Ray sees Jesse's face and laughter dies down in his throat. Jesse holds the telegram out, doesn't raise his voice at all. The account is empty, Ray, where'd $10,000 go? Ray's smile finally drops completely, and something older surfaces, a tiredness, a bitterness Jesse's never seen him wear. Says, you want the truth, Jesse? I got debts, I got a family. You got everything so easy, I just took my fair share. And the roadies stop their working, and the room goes cold and still, and a friendship built on cornbread finally shows its final bill. 6 strings and a telegram, midnight train derailing. Whiskey glass can't fix the hole that's opening up inside. 6 strings and a telegram, everything I'm failing to hold together, brother. There's no place left to hide. Jesse asked the question that's been burning since the lobby. Fair share of what, Ray? I gave you work, I gave you trust. Ray just shakes his head and says, you never asked what I was owed for, carrying your bags for years while you collected all the dust. The words cut deeper than the money ever could have, and Jesse feels the old friendship crumbling into something cold and strange. Ray says he's leaving, says he's done, says Jesse can keep his diamonds. Walks out through the stage door and don't ever look again. Jesse stood there in the empty backstage hallway for a long time. After Ray's footsteps had faded down the corridor and out into the Dayton night,
The roadies had gone quiet, pretending to be busy with cables and cases, giving him the kind of privacy people give a man who's just watched something break that can't be fixed. He thought about all the years, Clarksdale, the dirt roads, the porch steps, the half a sandwich afternoons, and wondered if any of it had been as real as he remembered, or if Ray had been keeping score the whole time. Counting up some debt Jesse never knew he owed. Maybe that's what money did to people. Maybe it didn't create the greed, the resentment, the quiet keeping score. Maybe it just gave it somewhere to finally show itself. Jesse thought about his daddy's guitar, still safe in its case. The one thing in his whole life that had never once asked him for anything he couldn't give. He picked it up and held it close, right there in the empty hallway. And for the first time since Loretta left, he let himself cry. Calloway finds out by morning, furious about the money. Says they'll handle it with lawyers. Says Ray Cole, no way, Ray Doss will pay. Jesse just sits quiet through the meeting, doesn't care much for the details. Feels like something bigger than the money slipped away. In her eyes, Jesse tells himself he's handling it the quiet way. Tells himself that air in trouble never made a man look wise. The shows go on in Cincinnati, Louisville, and Dayton. Jesse's playing on the outside while he's breaking underneath. Loretta's gone, Ray's a stranger wearing an old friend's jacket. Big Sam's far away in Clarksdale, just a voice beneath the teeth. A telegram arrives from Memphis, from the bank Miss Hattie flagged. Says they'll hand the questions now completely drained and closed. Jesse reads it twice, feels the last thread of denial snapping. Feels a door that had been cracked, slammed shut and fully closed. He finds Ray backstage in Dayton, laughing with the roadies. Ray sees Jesse's face and laughter dies down in his throat. Jesse holds the telegram out, doesn't raise his voice at all. The account is empty, Ray, where $10,000 go. The shows go on in Cincinnati, Louisville, then Dayton. Just playing on the outside while he's breaking underneath. Loretta's gone, Ray's a stranger wearing no friend's jacket. Big Sam's far away in Clarksdale, just a voice beneath the teeth. A telegram arrives from Memphis, from the bank Miss Hattie flagged. Says the account in question's now completely drained and closed. Jesse reads it twice, feels the last thread of denial snapping. Feels a door that had been cracked, slammed shut and full.
When Junie's pains began, I ran for the midwife barefoot. The guitar left behind, just a running man. Loretta came to sit with her, steady hands and steady voice. Loretta came to sit with her, steady hands and steady voice. Told me men wait outside for this one. Jesse ain't really got a choice. The night our boy was born, I paced that porch till dawn. The night our boy was born, every fear I'd ever known was drawn. Right up to the surface, waiting on a first cry to come along. Willie sat with me the whole night through, passing round a flask of rye. Willie sat with me the whole night through, passing round a flask of rye. Said I remember pacing just like this, thought that I would die. The night our boy was born, I paced that porch till dawn. The night our boy was born, every fear I'd ever known was drawn. Right up to the surface, waiting on a first cry to come along. I was past like they were years, the house lit up with lamps. I was past like they were years, the house lit up with lamps. I prayed the way my mama taught me, prayed away every cramp. Then just before the sun came up, a sound cut through the air. Then just before the sun came up, a sound cut through the air. A crying, wailing, beautiful sound, answer to my every prayer. Loretta came out smiling wide, said come on in and see. Loretta came out smiling wide, said come on in and see. I ran inside with shaking hands, heart pounding, fierce and free. Right up to the surface, waiting on a first cry to come along. Junie lay there tired and glowing, holding something small and new. Junie lay there tired and glowing, holding something small and new. She looked up at me smiling, said, Jesse, come meet him, come on through. I sat down slow beside the bed, hands too rough for something so small. I sat down slow beside the bed, hands too rough for something so small. She placed him in my arms so gentle, and I forgot my fears, forgot them all. I held that boy in my arms, and I couldn't find a single word for a long, long while. I thought about my own daddy, about the guitar he left me, about every hard road that guitar carried me down before it ever led me here. I thought about Delilah's midnight train, about how far that heartbreak had pushed me before it finally turned into something worth finding. I looked down at my son, tiny fingers wrapped around my thumb, and I made him the same kind of promise my daddy probably made to me. Without ever saying it out loud, I promised I'd teach him every honest thing I'd learned the hard way, so maybe he wouldn't have to learn it quite so hard himself. Junie watched me with tears in her eyes and said, what are we naming him, Jesse? I didn't even have to think on it. Samuel. I said, Samuel Cole. After the man who taught his daddy what the blues was really for.
the finest thing that this old fiddler knows. Willie Marks came by that evening, passed the boy from arm to arm. Willie Marks came by that evening, passed the boy from arm to arm. Said, welcome to the world, little Sam. May you grow up free from home. Watching him breathe soft and steady, singing low till near the break of dawn. The night our boy was born changed me more than any state. More than any state. The night our boy was born turned a brand new honest page, a brand new page. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and a son to guide through every age.
Little Sam grew fast that winter. First smile, first tooth, first word. Little Sam grew fast that winter. First smile, first tooth, first word. I hated leaving for the circuit, hated every mile I heard. Julie stand out on the porch with Sam propped up on her hip. Julie stand out on the porch with Sam propped up on her hip. Waving till the truck was gone, a brave smile on her lip. There's lullabies and long roads now, pulling at me 2 ways. There's lullabies and long roads now, telling me to stay, telling me to raise a family and a livelihood, trying to balance out my days. Well, he had a girl himself now, Mark is married that same year. Well, he had a girl himself now, Mark is married that same year. We talk about our children more than any song, more than any beer. There's lullabies and long roads now, pulling at me 2 ways. There's lullabies and long roads now, telling me to stay, telling me to raise a family and a livelihood, trying to balance out my days. Started writing Sam a lullaby, something soft to hum him down. I started writing Sam a lullaby, something soft to hum him down. First tender song I'd made in years that wasn't shaped by pain or frown. I'd sing it to him every night I was home before the lamp went dim. I'd sing it to him every night I was home before the lamp went dim. June said the nights I traveled, she'd hum it too just for him. The band started cutting down our shows, 3 towns instead of 6. The band started cutting down our shows, 3 towns instead of 6. Willie said family first now, Cole, that's the only real fix. There's lullabies and long roads now, pulling at me 2 ways. There's lullabies and long roads now, telling me to stay, telling me to raise a family and a livelihood, trying to balance out my days. I missed his first steps on a Tuesday, out playing in Meridian town. I missed his first steps on a Tuesday, out playing in Meridian town. Junie wrote to tell me gentle, tried our best to soften down. I sat in that hotel room and cried first tears in a long, long time. I first sat in that hotel room and cried first tears in a long, long time. Realized no amount of music was worth missing pieces of a life so fine. I sat with that letter in my hands a long while that night in Meridian, thinking about my own daddy, about how much of my growing up he missed working them cotton fields just to keep us fed. I never once blamed him for it, but I remembered wishing, quiet as a boy could wish, that he'd been there more, just to see the ordinary things, not just the church recitals or the big days, but the small ones, the first steps, the first words, the nights before sleep. I thought about the road, about how much of my life had been running towards something or away from something else. I decided right there I wasn't gonna let my boy grow up, wondering where his daddy was during all the small important moments. The music would still be there. Sam's first steps only happened once. Slow it down more. I talked to Willie and Marcus, told them I needed to slow it down more. They understood completely, said we'll hold the fort. That's what friends are for. We cut our touring down to weekends, kept close enough to get back quick. We cut our touring down to weekends, kept close enough to get back quick. I started teaching Sam his letters instead of chorus, patient, slow and thick. I didn't miss another first after that, made sure of everyone. I didn't miss another first after that, made sure of everyone. First laugh, first run, first fishing trip out under the setting sun. There's a lullabies and long road still, but now I know which one comes first. Which comes first? Lullabies and long road still, and I finally quenched that old time thirst. Got 6 streams on my shoulder and the sun, I'll never know the worst. Himself now, Mark is married that same year. Well, he had a girl himself now, Mark is married that same year. I hated leaving before the circuit, hated every mile I heard. Julie stand out on the porch with St. propped up on her hip. Julie stand out on the porch with Sam propped up on her hip. Julie stand out on the porch with Sam propped up on her hip. Wait until the trip was gone, a brave smile on her lip. There's lullabies and long roads now, pulling at me 2 ways. There's lullabies and long roads now, telling me to stay, telling me to raise a family and a livelihood, trying to balance out my day. across the desk. Said, all right, Jesse, let's talk numbers. Let's see what you think you're worth. I sat down slow, my lawyer friend beside me with his own set of notes. I sat down slow, my lawyer friend beside me with his own set of notes. Ray smiles tied around the edges like a man defending what he wrote. We're splitting the take now, dollar by dollar, line by line. We're splitting the take now, dollar by dollar, line by line. Every number that he gives me feels like he's granting me what's mine. He offered me a quarter of the record sale, said that's more than fair. He offered me a quarter of the record sale, said that's more than fair. I looked him dead in the eye and said, I built that sound, Ray, I was there. We're splitting the take now, dollar by dollar, line by line. We're splitting the take now, dollar by dollar, line by line. Every number that he gives me feels like he's granting me what's mine. My lawyer slid a counter off across the polished wooden desk. My lawyer slid a counter off across the polished wooden desk. Ray's face went red a moment, then he leaned back, unimpressed. You think you're bigger than the label? Bigger than the man who made you known. You think you're bigger than the label? Bigger than the man who made you known. I said I made myself, Ray. I just let you make the phone. We're splitting the take now, dollar by dollar, line by line. We're splitting the take now, dollar by dollar, line by line. Every number that he gives me feels like he's granting me what's mine. Rosalie sat outside the office, the whole time wouldn't come inside. Rosalie sat outside the office, the whole time wouldn't come inside. When I stepped out after, her eyes looked like she'd already cried. I asked her what was wrong, she just shook her head and looked away. I asked her what was wrong, she just shook her head and looked away. Said, you're changing, Jesse, getting harder with every passing day. I told her maybe hard is what a man's gotta be in this town. I told her maybe hard is what a man's gotta be in this town. She just walked off toward the car without letting her guard down. 3 days of back and forth, Ray's lawyers arguing every clause. 3 days of back and forth, Ray's lawyers arguing every clause. I didn't back down once, held firm on every pause. Finally Ray threw up his hand, said, fine, Jesse, 40%, that's it. Finally Ray threw up his hand, said, fine, Jesse, 40%, that's it. But don't you forget who found you singing on that Clarksville strip. I shook Ray's hand that day, and for the first time in a long while, it didn't feel like signing away another piece of myself. It felt like taking one back, small as it was, 40%. Instead of a nickel, it felt like the first honest thing that had happened between us since Clarksville. But driving home that night, Rosalie quiet beside me, staring out the window like she was somewhere far from that car. I couldn't shake the feeling that winning this fight cost me something. I hadn't noticed leaving Big Sam used to say a man can win every battle and still lose the war if he ain't watching close. What kind of man he's becoming in a winning. I looked over at Rosalie, she didn't look back. I wondered, not for the first time, if she was still on my side at all, or if she'd been counting Ray's numbers right alongside him the whole time.
distant note.
Before I ever said, we're splitting the take now, and I finally got a real share. We're splitting the take now, but something still ain't squared. Every number that he gives me feels like he's granting me what's mine. Yeah, he offered me a quarter of the record sales, said that's more than fair. He offered me a quarter of the record sales, says that's more than fair. A window never bigger cutter, something broken still counts as something blessed. I thought of Big Sam's letter folded soft inside my coat. I thought of Big Sam's letter folded soft inside my coat. The blues don't come from applause, son, kept ringing like a distant note. We're sending a bottle of whiskey over, said no hard feelings, kid. We're sending a bottle of whiskey over, said Jesse, sweeping floors to pay his rent, sleeping in a room above a barber shop on 3rd. Calloway said patience, said the pressing takes some time. Jesse waits like every hour is a held and hollow word. He works the diner counter when the sweeping don't pay enough, pours the coffee, wipes the tables, listens to the radio hum. Old men talk of weather and the ball game from last Sunday. Just his mind is somewhere else, waiting on his time to come. Then one Tuesday evening, with the diner nearly closed, the radio man's voice comes crackling through the static air. Says, here's something new out of the Beale Street session rooms. Jesse's coffee pot goes still, his whole body turns to prayer. It's his voice that fills the diner, it's his 6 strings ringing clear. The old men stop their talking, turn their heads to face the sound. Jesse stands there frozen like a ghost inside his own skin, hearing his own heartbreak spinning slowly round and round. An old man asked the counter, boy, you know who's singing this? Jesse just nods slowly, can't find words to make a sound. The song about the whiskey glass is playing on the airwaves. Delilah's ghost and midnight trains for everyone around. Someone drops a nickel in the jukebox by the door, plays it once again like they can't get enough of it. Jesse walks outside to breathe the Memphis evening air, looks up at the same sky that's watching over Clarksdale still. And the whole world's turning different since the record hit the air. Every stranger knows his sorrow, every corner knows his prayer. 6 strings on the radio, midnight train's my name. Whiskey glass is empty, but the whole town's raising mine. 6 strings on the radio, nothing feels the same. First time since I left home, I'm standing in my time.
right now.
Big Sam laughs so loud the line goes crackling and breaking. Says, I always knew, boy, I just knew you'd find out how. Calloway shows up the next day, grinning wide as Memphis. Says the phone's been ringing, says the record's climbing fast. Says there's talk of bigger stages, talk of bigger cities. Jesse thinks about the Delta and the shadow of his past. That night Jesse walked down to the river, past the warehouses and the sleeping barges, and he sat on a wooden crate with his 6 strings in his lap. He didn't play anything, he just sat there listening to the water moving the way it always moved, indifferent to record sales and radio waves and dreams coming true. He thought about Delilah on that midnight train, gone 2 years now, maybe married, maybe not, maybe never thinking about a boy from Clarksdale at all. He thought about his daddy, who never heard a radio play a Cole song in his whole life, who died with calluses on his fingers and dirt under his nails, and a guitar that meant more to him than any dollar ever could. Jesse whispered, this one's for you, old man. To nobody, to the river, to the dark. Then he picked up his guitar and played until the sun came up over the water. Calloway wants a tour now, wants him playing bigger rooms. Says the label's talking money Jesse's never seen before. Jesse thinks of Big Sam's juke joint, thinks of every small dark bar, wonders if the bigger stages still remember what it's for. In my rhyme, Daddy's guitar is singing louder than it's ever sung. 6 strings on the radio. My story's just begun. Dawn breaks pink over the river, warehouses turning gold. Jesse walks back to the city, but the whole town's raising mine. 6 strings on the radio, bigger rooms and bigger sounds, but some part of him still walking down that same old track. Second week in Clarksville now. Folks starting to know my face. Still don't know where I'm sleeping most nights, but my case ain't empty no more. Morning crowd comes shuffling by with coffee in their hand. Morning crowd comes shuffling by with coffee in their hand. Some folks stop and listen, some just walk on where they stand. An old woman dropped $1, said, son, you got the gift. An old woman dropped $1, said, son, you got the gift. First kind words I heard since Delilah caused this sung a thing. Slept behind the feed store on a bed of flattened hay. Slept behind the feed store on a bed of flattened hay. But woke up with a purpose I ain't had in many a day. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Ain't rich, but I'm richer than a man who's never sung a thing. Oh, a fella in a flat cap stopped and leaned against the wall. A fella in a flat cap stopped and leaned against the wall. Said, boy, that voice of yours could fill a room twice this small. I looked him up and down, he had a fiddle on his back. I looked him up and down, he had a fiddle on his back. Said his name was Big Sam and he'd been down this very track. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Well, I'm counting coins in the case, watching silver turn to green. Ain't rich, but I'm richer than a man who's never sung a thing. He said, kid, I've been playing juke joints since before you had your name. He said, kid, I've been playing juke joints since before you had your name. Got a room above a bar tonight, you're welcome to the same. Now, I ain't had a stranger offer me a kindness in a long, long while. So I looked at Big Sam and I asked him straight, why you helping me? He just laughed, this big rolling laugh, and said, 'cause somebody helped me, boy, back when I was walking same as you. Whiskey in my belly and a broken heart for a compass. You got the hunger, I can hear it in how you hit them strings. Like you're still trying to prove something to a girl who ain't listening no more. Come on, let an old man show you what this guitar's really for. So I follow Big Sam through the streets as evening colors bled. So I follow Big Sam through the streets as evening colors bled, to a bar with a busted sign that read the copper kettle overhead. He said, tonight you're playing with me, don't you dare hold back. He said, tonight you're playing with me, don't you dare hold back. First time since Delilah left, I felt like I was on the right track. Coins in the case, friend by my side, Big Sam's laugh echoing down the street. Yeah, this here's the start of something, something good. Yeah, let me tell you a story now about a man who lost his mind one summer night. Well, I woke up this morning, found the bedside cold. I woke up found the bedside cold, a picture on the dresser empty heart of mine. I walked down to the station just to watch it go. I walked down to the station just to watch it go. Steam was rising up like the tears I couldn't show. That midnight train rolling down the line. Oh, that midnight train rolling down the line took my woman with it, left an empty heart of mine. Now I'm sitting in a barroom, glass of whiskey in my hand. Now I'm sitting in a barroom, glass of whiskey in my hand, trying to drown the memory, but it's harder than I planned. Every neon sign keeps blinking out her name. Every jukebox playing songs that feel the same. Bartender, pour me one more, help me kill this pain. Oh, that midnight train rolling down the line. Oh, that midnight train rolling down the line took my woman with it, left an empty heart of mine. You know, I used to think a broken heart was the end of the road. I drove that highway for 300 miles, just me and the radio, asking the dark why she left, why the good ones always run. But somewhere past Memphis, I heard my own guitar crying back at me, and I realized the train don't care who's on it, the road don't care who's walking it. All I got left is these 6 strings and this old busted heart. And brother, that's enough to build a song on. Spilled milk, ain't begging her to stay. Ain't crying over spilled milk, ain't begging her to stay. Got the whole highway in front of me, and the blues delight my way. She took a piece of my heart, but she left the rest behind. Oh, midnight train, rolling, 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 rolling on. Yeah, that's the blues, y'all. That's the blues. Thursday morning breaks were due on Beale Street Stone. Jesse walks along with boots that echo down the block. The studio door is propped by a man with cigarette smoke. Says you cold, get on in, we're already on the clock. Inside the room is small with wires taped along the floor. A microphone hangs down like a silver preacher's mouth. Jesse sets his amp up, shaking just a little, thinking of his daddy's hands that built this sound down south. Calloway's behind the glass with headphones on his ears. Says, give me something real, boy, don't you play me safe. Jesse tunes a 6-string slow, remembering the Delta, remembering the Porsche where his daddy learned to play. The engineer counts down with fingers in the air. 3, then 2, then 1, then silence holds the room. Jesse closes both his eyes and sees the midnight train again. Sees Delilah's face still hanging like a fading moon. First take comes out shaky. Calloway shakes his head. Says you're playing like you're scared, boy, play it like you're free. Jesse thinks of every juke joint, every jail cell floor he slept on. Thinks of Big Sam's voice saying, play it just for me. Second take, the room goes still. The engineer leans in. Jesse's fingers find the string like water finds a groove. Something breaks wide open, something honest starts to pour. Calloway stands up slowly like the sound has made him move. And the tape is rolling steady, catching every single sound. Every mile that Jesse traveled, coming through without a doubt. 6 strings on the tape now, midnight train's my song. Whiskey glass is empty, but my voice is finally clear. 6 strings on the tape now, this is where I belong. First time since Delilah left, I ain't running out of here. Second song's a slow one about a girl who caught a train. Jesse sings it soft the way regret is always sung. Calloway don't interrupt, just lets the tape keep turning. Says later that's the truest thing I heard from someone young. Third song's got some fire in it, a Chuck Berry kind of stomp, about the roads he's walked and the rooms he's left behind. Fourth song comes out different, slower, deeper, older, about a whiskey glass that's finally left behind his mind. When the tape stopped rolling, nobody said a word for a while. Calloway came out from behind the glass, took his glasses off and wiped them on his shirt. He said, son, I've cut 100 sessions in this room. Most of them sound like they're trying to be somebody else. You sound like Jesse Cole. That's rare. He said the label would press the 4th song first, the slow one about the whiskey glass. Said radio men in 3 states were already asking who the new voice out of Memphis was. Jesse didn't know what to say. He thought about the porch back home. His daddy's hands guiding his fingers to the right frets. And he thought somewhere that old man was listening too, even if it was just the wind carrying the sound down south. They step outside where Beale Street's humming in the evening. Calloway lights a cigar and claps him on the back. Says Thursday's gonna be a day you tell your children stories of. Jesse just looks up at the sky, watching daylight fade to black.
calls out, give us everything. Jesse's harmonica answers, everything I got. Read against the quiet of the empty room. Two sounds weaving through a Memphis afternoon. Yeah, 6 strings on the tape now. Midnight train's my song. Whiskey glass is empty, but my voice is fine and clear. 6 strings on the tape now, 4 sides strong. First time since Delilah left, I finally feel here. Big Sam's teaching right through every note I play. 6 strings on the tape now, this is how it's made. Jesse walks Beale Street with the session in his bones. Neon flickers welcome like he's calling out his name. 4 sides cut on Thursday, a whole life waiting after. 6 strings on his shoulder, never quite the same. Thursday morning breaks are due on Beale Street Stone. Jesse walks along with boots that echo down the block. Cause this Thursday's gonna be a day you tell your children stories of. Says you come, get on in, we're already on the clock. Inside the room is small with wires taped along the floor. A microphone hangs down like a silver preacher's mouth. Jesse sets his hand up, shaking just a little, thinking of his daddy's hands that built this sound down south. Callaway's behind the blurs with headphones on his.
Six months pass and Jesse's face is on a magazine. Suit tailored sharp, a diamond ring upon his hand. Callaway calls him the Prince of Beale Street to the papers. Jesse hardly knows the man in pictures, hardly understands. The label bought him a Cadillac, the color of the moon. A driver named Frank who knows every Nashville street. Jesse sits in back seats now instead of boxcars rattling. Leather where there used to be a splintered wooden seat. Loretta rides beside him with her hand upon his knee. Talks about the party at the mayor's house tonight. Jesse laughs along with her, though something feels like acting like he's playing at a role beneath the borrowed light. The party's full of faces that all know his name by now. Senators and singers, men with money in their eyes. Jesse shakes 100 hands and signs 100 napkins. Smiles until his jaw aches underneath the chandelier sighs. Someone hands him whiskey in a glass of real crystal. Nothing like the jaws that poured it in the bag back home. Jesse drinks it easy now, don't cough or wince or wonder. Just another glass among the many glasses he's known. A photographer asked Jesse, how's it feel to have it all? Jesse pauses just a moment, something flickers in his eyes. Then he flashes the practice smile the label taught him well. Says it feels like everything, but somewhere down he lies. And the diamonds catch the candlelight and the room don't ever sleep. And somewhere on beneath the shine there's a promise he don't keep. Big Sam sends a letter that sits unopened for a week. Jesse means to read it, but the parties never stop. Ray shows up from Clarksdale, an old friend looking for a favor. Says he's down on luck and Jesse's rising to the top. Jesse gives him money, gives him work around the tour. Ray smiles wide and thanks him, says he won't forget the debt. Jesse feels a little warmth, a little piece of home returning, but something in Ray's smile he don't quite recognize just yet. That night after the party, after the camera stopped flashing, Jesse sat alone in the back of the Cadillac, while Frank drove slow through empty Nashville streets. He finally opened Big Sam's letter under the dome light. It was short. It said, "Boy, I hear you're doing fine. I hear you're famous now, that's good. Just don't forget the sound that got you there. Fame's got a way of asking a man to trade his voice for something that sounds a whole lot like everybody else's. Come see me sometime if you remember the way." Jesse folded the letter and put it in his coat pocket, right next to a folded contract worth more money than Big Sam had probably seen his whole life. He looked out the window at the Diamond City lights and felt for just a moment like a very rich, very empty man. Loretta's waiting at the hotel when he finally makes it back. Says you look 1,000 miles away tonight, my love. Jesse kisses her and smiles and says he's only tired, but his mind is on a letter and a hand-me-down glove. Going through the motions, laughter and reed tangled in the crystal air. Two sounds performing what used to be a prayer. 6 strings wrapped in diamonds, midnight trains gone quiet. Whiskey glass and crystal light, don't count them anymore. 6 strings wrapped in diamonds, drowning in the riot. Big Sam's letter waiting, Delilah's long before. Daddy's guitar is buried under everything I bought. 6 strings wrapped in diamonds, I forgot what I once saw. Nashville sleeps in diamonds, chandeliers turned down low. Jesse's before the mirror in his tailored clothes. 6 strings wrapped in diamonds, gathering a little dust. Wonder when the Delta boy from Clarksdale really goes. Jesse presses his palm against the window glass and stares at a city that don't know his name, but's about to own. Calloway checks him into a hotel Jesse writes back doing fine. Sam wished that you could see this, but some nights he don't know exactly what it means, or don't quite know. The label sets a meeting with executives in suits, talking numbers, talking contracts, talking bigger, talking more. Jesse nods along and signs where they tell him he should sign, not reading every line the way his daddy taught him for. A woman at the label office catches Jesse's eye, name of Loretta, with a laugh like church bells ringing clear. Calloway says, careful boy, but Jesse just keeps looking. Something in her smile feels warmer than he's felt all year. Nights start blurring into parties in the higher rooms. Whiskey glasses passed around like water at a well. Jesse plays for smaller crowds of richer, louder people. Different from the juke joints, different, and it's hard to tell. And the city lights keep burning, brighter than the Clarksdale stars, and the whiskey glass keeps filling faster than the passing cars. Six strings in the big house, midnight train still calling. Whiskey glass keeps filling up, I ain't watching close. Six strings in the big house, further from my falling. Feels like I'm becoming someone daddy wouldn't know. Loretta finds him on the balcony one warm October night. Says, you play like a man who's carrying something heavy, cold. And Jesse tells her half the truth about a girl in a train. Loretta listens closer than the story that he told. Calloway pulls Jesse aside before the party's over. Says the label wants a new sound, something bigger, something bold. Says maybe soften up that Delta thing you're always playing. Jesse feels something tighten, feels a door start to close cold. Later that night, alone in the hotel room again, Jesse took his daddy's guitar out of its case and just held it for a while without playing anything. He thought about Big Sam's juke joint, the smoke, the smell of rain, the way the whole room used to breathe together when he played something honest. He thought about the meeting today, the men in suits, talking about him like he was a product on a shelf. Talking about softening the very sound that got him out of Mississippi in the first place. He thought about Loretta's laugh, warm and easy, and how easy it would be to lose himself. And laughter that easy in rooms this soft and whiskey glasses that never seem to empty all the way. Jesse ran his thumb along the strings, slow, quiet, and whispered to the guitar like it might answer back. I ain't forgetting who I am, I ain't forgetting where I'm from. But even as he said it, some small and honest part of him wasn't so sure he believed it anymore. Morning comes and Calloway's got papers spread across the table. Bigger deal, bigger money, bigger name up in the lights. Jesse signs again, a little faster than the last time. Tells himself he's climbing, tells himself he's doing right. Six strings in the big house. Six strings in the big house. Come on, come further. Jesse's harmonica answers soft, uncertain now. Traffic and tangled in the Nashville dark. Two sounds pulling different ways, losing their mark. Six strings in the big house, midnight train still calling. Whiskey glass keeps filling up, I ain't watching close. Six strings in the big house, further from my falling. Big Sam feels
someone else's dream. Yeah, Nashville sleeps beneath the neon dimming in the gray. Jesse stands out on the balcony, glass still in his hand. 6 strings resting silent in the corner of the room, wondering when the boy from Clarksdale turned into this man.
Race car was shinier than anything I'd ever rode in my life. Race car was shinier than anything I'd ever rode in my life. Rosalie up front, singing along, cutting through the morning like a knife. We passed the fields where I once picked cotton till my hands turned raw. We passed the fields where I once picked cotton till my hands turned raw. I pressed my face against the window, tried to swallow all I saw. Highway to Memphis, rolling under a Delta sun. Highway to Memphis, rolling under a Delta sun. Leaving everything behind me for a life that's just begun. We talked the whole way up there about the studio and the sound. We talked the whole way up there about the studio and the sound. Said they're gonna hear you, Jesse Cole, all across this town and beyond. Highway to Memphis, rolling under a Delta sun. Highway to Memphis, rolling under a Delta sun. Leaving everything behind me for a life that's just begun. I thought about Big Sam standing in the doorway, arms crossed tight. I thought about Big Sam standing in the doorway, arms crossed tight. Didn't wave goodbye, just watched us drive off into the light. Rosalie squeezed my hand and said, "Don't you look back now, baby." Rosalie squeezed my hand and said, "Don't you look back now, baby." But something in my chest kept aching like an old familiar melody. Highway to Memphis, rolling under a Delta sun. Highway to Memphis, rolling under a Delta sun. Leaving everything behind me for a life that's just begun. Well, we stopped for gas outside of town, I didn't know the name. We stopped for gas outside of town, I didn't know the name. We bought cigarettes and coffee, said, "Kid, ain't nothing gonna be the same." I stepped outside and stretched my legs, looked up at the wide open sky. I stepped outside and stretched my legs, looked up at the wide open sky. Wondered if Delilah ever saw this same road when she said goodbye. There's a strange kind of quiet that comes over a man when he realizes he's already too far gone to turn around. I stood by that gas station, 6 strings resting against my leg, and I thought about every road that brought me here. The midnight train that took Delilah, the crossroads outside Clarksville, Big Sam's hand on my shoulder,
The first night he called me something more than a stranger. Ray honked the horn, said, "Come on, Jesse. Memphis, don't wait for nobody." I climbed back in that car. Rosalie smiled at me like I was already famous. I smiled back, but my heart was still standing at the gas station, watching the road behind me disappear into the dust. My hands had gone half numb. By the time we hit the city lights, my hands had gone half numb. Memphis rose up all around us like the beat of a giant drum. Neon signs and blaring horns, more people than I'd ever seen. Neon signs and blaring horns, more people than I'd ever seen. We grinned wide and said, "Welcome home, kid, to where you're meant to be." We pulled up to a building with a sign that read Starlight Sound. We pulled up to a building with a sign that read Starlight Sound. My heart was racing faster than I'd ever felt it pound. Highway to Memphis, and now the highway's done. Highway to Memphis, under a brand new rising sun. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and a whole new race to run.
It was deep into the autumn when Junie's pains began. It was deep into the autumn when Junie's pains began. I ran for the midwife barefoot, the guitar left behind, just a running man. Loretta came to sit with her, steady hands and steady voice. Loretta came to sit with her, steady hands and steady voice. Told me, "Men, wait outside for this one. Jesse ain't really got a choice." The night our boy was born, I paced that porch till dawn. The night our boy was born, every fear I'd ever known was drawn right up to the surface, waiting on a first cry to come along. Willie sat with me the whole night through, passing round a flask of rye. Willie sat with me the whole night through, passing round a flask of rye. Said, "I remember pacing just like this, thought that I would die." The night our boy was born, I paced that porch till dawn. The night our boy was born, every fear I'd ever known was drawn right up to the surface, waiting on a first cry to come along. sun came up, a sound cut through the air. Then just before the sun came up, a sound cut through the air. A crying, wailing, beautiful sound, answer to my every prayer. Loretta came out smiling wide, said, come on in and see. Loretta came out smiling wide, said, come on in and see. I ran inside with shaking hands, heart pounding, fierce and free. The night our boy was born, I paced that porch till dawn. The night our boy was born, every fear I'd ever known was drawn right up to the surface, waiting on a first cry to come along. Junie lay there tired and glowing, holding something small and new. Junie lay there tired and glowing, holding something small and new. She looked up at me smiling, said, Jesse, come meet him, come on through. I sat down slow beside the bed, hands too rough for something so small. I sat down slow beside the bed, hands too rough for something so small. She placed him in my arms so gentle, and I forgot my fears, forgot them all. I held that boy in my arms, and I couldn't find a single word for a long, long while. I thought about my own daddy, about the guitar he left me, about every hard road that guitar carried me down before it ever led me here. I thought about Delilah's midnight train, about how far that heartbreak had pushed me before it finally turned into something worth finding. I looked down at my son, tiny fingers wrapped around my thumb, and I made him the same kind of promise my daddy probably made to me. Without ever saying it out loud, I promised I'd teach him every honest thing. I learned the hard way, so maybe he wouldn't have to learn it quite so hard himself. Junie watched me with tears in her eyes and said, what are we naming him, Jesse? I didn't even have to think on it, Samuel. I said, Samuel Cole! After the man who taught his daddy what the blues was really for. Then Big Sam near about cried when we told him the name we chose. Big Sam near about cried when we told him the name we chose. Said, well, I reckon that's the finest thing that this old fiddler knows. Willie and Marcus came by that evening, passed the boy from arm to arm. Willie and Marcus came by that evening, passed the boy from arm to arm. Said, welcome to the world, little Sam. May you grow up free from harm. Watching him breathe soft and steady, singing low till near the break of dawn. Well, the night our boy was born changed me more than any stage. More than any stage. The night our boy was born turned a brand new honest page. A brand new page. Got 6 strings on the surface, waiting on a first cry to come along. Sat with me the whole night through, passing round a flask of rye. Well, sat with me the whole night through, passing round a flask of rye. Said, well, I reckon that's the finest thing that this old fiddler knows. Willie and Marcus came by that evening, passed the boy from arm to arm. Willie and Marcus came by that evening, passed the boy from arm to arm. Said, well,
welcome to the world, little Sam. May you grow up free from home. I sat that night beside the crib long after everyone had gone. I sat that night beside the crib long after everyone had gone, watching him breathe soft and steady, singing low till near the break of dawn. The night our boy was born changed me more than any state. More than any. The night our boy.
She started sleeping later, waking up before I'd rise. She started sleeping later, waking up before I'd rise. I'd catch her staring out the window with a distance in her eyes. I asked her once what's troubling her. She said nothing, I'm just tired. She asked her once what's troubling her. She said nothing, I'm just tired. But tired don't explain the way her warmth has slow retired. There's a silence coming off Rosalie, colder than a Memphis rain. There's a silence coming off Rosalie, colder than a Memphis rain. I keep asking what I did wrong, but she won't say it plain. She used to wait by the stage door, now she waits in the car instead. She used to wait by the stage door, now she waits in the car instead. Used to hang on every word I sang, now there's just quiet words unsaid. There's a silence coming off Rosalie, colder than a Memphis rain. There's a silence coming off Rosalie, colder than a Memphis rain. I keep asking what I did wrong, but she won't say it plain. I saw her one night on the phone, voice low back turned to me. I saw her one night on the phone, voice low back turned to me. Called the name Ray, fall soft between the words I couldn't see. I told myself it's business, that's all it's ever been. I told myself it's business, that's all it's ever been. But something in my gut kept whispering what my mind wouldn't let in. There's a silence coming off Rosalie, colder than a Memphis rain. There's a silence coming off Rosalie, colder than a Memphis rain. I keep asking what I did wrong, but she won't say it plain. I brought her flowers on Tuesday, tried to bring the old spark back. I brought her flowers on a Tuesday, tried to bring the old spark back. She smiled polite and thanked me kindly, but her eyes stayed on the black. I asked her straight, do you still love me? Or is this just a show? I asked her straight, do you still love me? Or is this just a show? She looked at me a long, long moment, said, Jesse, I don't rightly know. That answer sat heavier on me than any fine print Ray ever wrote. I'd spent so long fighting for percentages and contracts, I never stopped to ask if the woman standing next to me through it all was even still standing there for me, or just for what I'd become. I thought about Delilah, about the note she left on that kitchen table. I can't live here watching you stay the same. Funny how a man can change. So much on the outside, the suits, the crowds, the 40%.
and still end up losing a woman for reasons that sound near the same. Rosalie touched my hand that night, gentle, almost sad, like she was already saying goodbye without the words to match. I ain't leaving yet, she said, but I don't know how much longer I can watch you disappear.
Sleep that whole night through, guitar resting on my chest. I didn't sleep that whole night through, guitar resting on my chest. Kept replaying every word she said, searching for what I'd confess. By morning she was gone before I woke, no left on the stand. By morning she was gone before I woke, no left on the stand. Said gone to clear my head a while. Jesse, try to understand. I sat there with that folded note, feeling the room grow wide. I sat there with that folded note, feeling the room grow wide, wondering if every woman in my life was destined just to leave my side. There's a silence coming on Rosalie, and now she's finally gone. There's a silence coming on Rosalie, but I gotta carry on. I've got 6 strings on my shoulder and another empty dawn. Finally caught the numbers. They say the label's cutting losses, say the contract's now in doubt. Jesse packs the things he still can call his own inside a suitcase, 6 strings and a photograph, and not much else about. Frank the driver shakes his hand, says sorry Mr. Cole, says he's got another job now driving for a different star. Jesse thanks him for the kindness, for the years of empty small talk. Watches one more piece of Nashville shrinking smaller, shrinking far. He checks out of the hotel with the manager, watching careful, counting every towel, every ashtray, every little thing. Jesse used to tip in 20s, used to laugh at all their fussing. Now he counts his own thin wallet like a man who's counting strings. Miss Hattie finds him in the lobby, quiet, sets an envelope. Says it's not much severance, but she wanted him to know that some folks still remember kindness underneath the ruin. Jesse thanks her, doesn't cry, though his eyes are close to those. He walks out to the station where he walked in years before. Different suitcase, different man, though the tracks remain the same. Buys a one-way ticket south this time instead of north to Fortune. Whispers to himself the sound of his own given name. And the station clock keeps ticking, same as ever, cold and slow. And the midnight train arriving is the only friend Jesse knows. 6 strings and a suitcase, midnight train is calling. Whiskey glass left broken, conversation easy. Says you look like someone I might have heard on the radio. Jesse almost laughs, says used to be, don't know if I still am. The old man shrugs and says, well son, seems like a hard road. The train pulls in with steam and steel the way it always has. Jesse climbs aboard with nothing but his suitcase and his name. No driver, no assistant, no Loretta and no Ray now. Just a rattling window seat and the Delta calling him again. Somewhere around the Kentucky line, Jesse pressed his head against the glass, the same way he had 3 years before, riding the opposite direction, full of hope and a business card and a future he thought he understood. Now the future was behind him, or maybe it never existed. The way he pictured it, maybe the whole shining Nashville dream had just been a longer, prettier version of a whiskey glass. Something a man drinks to feel bigger than he is, until one morning he wakes up and the bottle's empty, and so is he. Jesse thought about his daddy again, the way he always did. When the world got too loud to think straight in, his daddy had never owned a Cadillac, never owned a diamond ring, never signed a contract or didn't read 3 times over first. And yet somehow on that porch in Clarksdale, that man had seemed richer than anybody Jesse met in Nashville. Jesse didn't know yet if he could get back to that kind of rich, but for the first time in a long while, riding that rattling train through the dock, he wanted to try. The conductor calls the station, same as any other evening. Jesse watches farmland roll by, darker than before. He thinks of Big Sam's juke joint, thinks of Clarksdale's dusty roads, thinks that maybe going backward is the only way to move forward anymore. Dock, 2 sounds carrying a man back to his start. 6 strings and a suitcase, midnight train is calling. Whiskey glass left broken in a hotel far behind. 6 strings and a suitcase, everything is falling. Big Sam's waiting patient, Delilah's just a sign. Daddy's guitar is all I get from everything I chased. 6 strings and a suitcase, I'm going back to face it. Dawn breaks slow across the fields as Mississippi nears. Jesse's eyes stay open, watching red clay come in view. 6 strings resting on his lap, a suitcase by his boots. Riding on to Clarksdale, to the only truth he knew. Possession and arrive at dawn outside the hotel entrance. Jesse watches from the window as they hook up to the car. The moon-colored Cadillac that once made him feel like royalty rolls away behind the tow truck, disappearing near and far. Callaway's lawyers say the debts have finally caught the numbers, say the label's cutting losses, say the contracts are now and down. Jesse packs the things he still can call his own inside a suitcase. 6 strings and a photograph, and not much else about. Frank the driver shakes his hand, says sorry, Mr. Cole. Says he's got another job now, driving for a different style. Jesse thinks Comes from Calloway's lawyers, thick as any Bible. Says a label wants a meeting, says there's trouble with the books. Jesse sits alone and reads it twice beneath the hotel lamplight. Feels the weight of every number, every careful glance he took. Turns out raised $10,000 was just the surface showing. Deeper in the ledgers, deeper than Miss Hattie found. There's contracts signed by Jesse's hand he don't remember reading. Clauses buried thick as roots beneath familiar ground. The lawyer says the label owns the songs he wrote in Memphis, owns the masters, owns the publishing, owns near everything. Jesse feels his stomach drop the way it did that night at Beale Street, when he first picked up the pen and thought he understood the thing. You signed it, Mr. Cole, the lawyer says without much feeling. Standard clause, we all agree to terms we rarely read. Jesse thinks about his daddy's warning about the fine print. Thinks about the pen he took too quick, too full of need. Calloway won't take his calls now, hiding behind secretaries. The friendly grin from Beale Street traded for a closing door. Jesse learns the hardest lesson of the whole big shining city, that the men who raised him up can drop him faster than before. Oh, the tour dates start to cancel, one, then two, then near a dozen. Word spreads quick through Nashville that the Cole boys caused a stir. Jesse sits alone in hotel rooms that used to feel like kingdoms, watching all the diamonds turn to something dark and blurred. And the phone stops ringing daily, and the crowds start growing thin. And the paper that once raised him now is closing tighter in. 6 strings and a lawyer's letter, midnight train derailing. Whiskey glass can't fix the contract signed too fast, too blind. 6 strings and a lawyer's letter, everything I'm failing to hold on to is written down in someone else's mind. Jesse calls Big Sam Collette, first time in near a year now. Voice cracking just a little when he says, Sam, I messed up bad. Big Sam listens quiet, doesn't say I told you so, boy. Just says, come on home a while, son, ain't nothing here that's had. But Jesse can't come home just yet, there's shows still under contract. Lawyers say he's bound to play or face a bigger loss. Jesse picks his daddy's guitar up, heavier than ever. Walks out to another stage, another debt, another cost. That night before the show, Jesse sat backstage alone and read through the contract one more time, slow, word by word, the way his daddy always told him to. Too late for it to matter now, but he read it anyway. Like a man walking back through a house that's already burned down, just to understand how the fire started. He found his own signature at the bottom of page after page, each one a little smaller, a little more rushed than the last. Like even his own hand had been getting tired of pretending to pay attention. He thought about the boy on the platform in the rain, holding a business card like it was made of glass. That boy hadn't known what glass could cut you. Jesse closed the contract and set it down, and picked up his guitar instead, the one document in his whole life that had never once tried to trick him. At least I still got you, he said quiet to no one, to
to the strings. The show that night is smaller than the ones from just months back. Empty seats scattered like missing teeth throughout the hall. Jesse plays anyway, plays honest like the old days back in Clarksdale. Feels something strange and almost peaceful, even as things fall.
Jesse's harmonic answers.
That's all I've got tonight.
Silence and reed tangled in the half-filled hall.
Two sounds holding steady,
though everything might fall. 6 strings and a lawyer's letter. Midnight train derailment. Whiskey glass can't fix the contract signed too fast, too blind. 6 strings and a lawyer's letter. Everything I'm failing. Big Sam's waiting patient. Delilah's far behind. Daddy's guitar is all that's left of everything that's mine. 6 strings and a lawyer's letter. I'm running out of time. The marquee lights start flickering. Some bulbs already burned out. Jesse walks out to the empty street where his Cadillac still waits. 6 strings across his shoulder, like the day he left the Delta. Wondering if all this steep still has a floor that waits. Jesse sweeping floors to pay his rent, sleeping in a room above a barber shop on 3rd. Calloway said patience, said the pressing takes some time. Jesse waits like every hour is a held and hollow word. He works the diner counter when the sweeping don't pay enough. Pours the coffee, wipes the tables, listens to the radio hum. Old men talk of weather and the ball game from last Sunday. Jesse's mind is somewhere else, waiting on his time to come. Then one Tuesday evening, with the diner nearly closed, the radio man's voice comes crackling through the static air. Says here's something new out of the Beale Street session rooms. Jesse's coffee pot goes still, his whole body turns to prayer. It's his voice that fills the diner, it's his 6-string ringing clear. The old men stop their talking, turn their heads to face the sound. Jesse stands there frozen like a ghost inside his own skin, hearing his own heartbreak spinning slowly round and round. An old man asked the counter, boy, you know who's singing this? Jesse just nods slowly, can't find words to make a sound. The song about the whiskey glass is playing on the airwaves. Delilah's ghost and midnight trains for everyone around. Someone drops a nickel in the jukebox by the door, plays it once again like they can't get enough of it. Jesse walks outside to breathe the Memphis evening air, looks up at the same sky that's watching over Clarksdale still. And the whole world's turning different since the record hit the air. Every stranger knows his sorrow, every corner
Sam collect from a payphone on the corner. Says they're playing it, Sam. They're playing it right now. Big Sam laughs so loud the line goes crackling and breaking. Says I always knew, boy, I just knew you'd find out how. Callaway shows up the next day, grinning wide as Memphis. Says the phone's been ringing, says the record's climbing fast. Says there's talk of bigger stages, talk of bigger cities. Jesse thinks about the Delta and the shadow of his past. That night Jesse walked down to the river, past the warehouses and the sleeping barges, and he sat on a wooden crate with his 6 strings in his lap. He didn't play anything, he just sat there listening to the water moving the way it always moved, indifferent to record sales and radio waves and dreams coming true. He thought about Delilah on the midnight train, gone 2 years now, maybe married, maybe not. Maybe never thinking about a boy from Clarksdale at all. He thought about his daddy, who never heard a radio, play a cold song in his whole life, who died with calluses on his fingers and dirt under his nails, and a guitar that meant more to him than any dollar ever could. Jesse whispered, "This one's for you, old man." To nobody, to the river, to the dark. Then he picked up his guitar and played until the sun came up over the water. Callaway wants a tour now, wants him playing bigger rooms. Says the label's talking money Jesse's never seen before. Jesse thinks of Big Sam's juke joint, thinks of every small dark bar, wonders if the bigger stages still remember what it's for.
Jesse's harmonica answers.
I hear it.
Static and reed, tangled in the Memphis dark. 2 sounds carrying a boy's whole beating heart. There's 6 strings on the radio, midnight train's my name. Whiskey glass is empty, but the whole town's raising mine. Says 6 strings on the radio, nothing feels the same. Big Sam's proud and far off, Delilah's in my round.
Daddy's guitar is singing louder,
But then it said the sun,
6 strings on the radio.
my story's just begun.
Dawn breaks pink over the river, warehouses turn gold. Jesse walks back to the city with the 6 strings on his back. Bigger stages waiting, bigger rooms and bigger sounds. But some part of him still walking down that same old track. 3 weeks pass with Jesse sweeping floors to pay his rent, sleeping in a room above the barber shop on the 3rd. Callaway said patience, said depressing, takes some time. Jesse waits like every hour is a held and hallowed word. 3 works to dine to count, and when the sweeping don't pay enough, pours the coffee, wipes the tables, listens to the radio hum. Old men talk the weather and the ball game from last Sunday. Just his mind is somewhere else, waiting on his time to come. Then one Tuesday evening, with the diner nearly closed, the radio man's voice comes I threw myself into rehearsal, tried to drown it out in rhyme. Ray stopped by my hotel room, said we got a bigger show to plan. Ray stopped by my hotel room, said we got a bigger show to plan. Acting like nothing in the world had shifted underneath this man. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, hiding just beneath his charm. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, hiding just beneath his charm. I should have seen it coming sooner, should have read the warning in his calm. I asked him plain if he'd seen Rosalie, watched his eyes dart to the floor. He asked him plain if he'd seen Rosalie, watched his eyes dart to the floor. Can't say that I have, he told me, but I'd heard that lie before. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, hiding just beneath his charm. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, hiding just beneath his charm. I should have seen it coming sooner, should have read the warning in his calm. I went down to the starlight office, caught the secretary alone. I went down to the starlight office, caught the secretary alone. She hesitated, then she told me something I had never known. She said, Mr. Kingston and Miss Rosalie, they go back before your time. She said, Mr. Kingston and Miss Rosalie, they go back before your time. She works for him, Mr. Cole always has, since before Clarksville, since before that green-eyed shine. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, hiding just beneath his charm. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, hiding just beneath his charm. I should have seen it coming sooner, should have read the warning in his calm. I stood there like I'd been hit, the room spinning slow around. I stood there like I'd been hit, the room spinning slow around. Every sweet word Rosalie whispered, turning hollow, turning to sound. She was a never mind to lose, she was a raised hand all along. She was a never mind to lose, she was a raised hand all along. Sent to keep me sweet and steady, singing pretty, singing strong. I thought about that first night at the kettle, her green eyes catching the light. I thought about that first night at the kettle, her green eyes catching the light. Wondered how much of that meeting had been planned before that very night. I walked out of that office and just kept walking. Didn't have a place in mind. Past the diners and the record shops with my own face staring back at me from the window glass. And I thought about Big Sam's warning the very first week I met Ray Kingston. She runs with a fella named Ray, comes round when the crowd is more. I'd heard that warning with my own 2 ears and let it drift right past me. Too dazzled by green eyes and gold rings to hear the truth in it. I thought about my daddy's guitar resting back in that hotel room, the one honest thing in my whole life that never once lied to me, never once needed to be paid to sound the way it sounded. I stopped walking outside, a little shackle on the edge of downtown. Sat down on the steps, and for the first time since Delilah left, I let myself cry right there in the middle of Memphis. A famous man crying like the cotton field boy he used to be. Ow! something left to prove. I wasn't gonna run this time. I wasn't gonna disappear. I wasn't gonna run this time. I wasn't gonna disappear. I was gonna stand right there in Memphis and make great Kingston here. He knew all along she was never yours. I found Ray at the bar that night, calm as he always seemed. I found Ray at the bar that night, calm as he always seemed. I said, I know about a Rosalie. For once his easy smile turned grim. There's a piece of the story Ray left out, but now the whole truth's clear.
Truth is clear.
There's a piece of the story Ray left out, and I ain't going nowhere.
Go nowhere.
Got 6 strings on my shoulder and a fire he ought to fear. From a hotel room in a town I can't recall. I wrote to Junie from a hotel room in a town I can't recall. Told about the crowd that night, how the music filled the hall. She wrote me back in careful hand, telling about her days at home. She wrote me back in careful hand, telling about her days at home. Simple words about the garden, by the hymn she hummed alone. There's letters passing between towns now, folding up my heart in every line. There's letters passing between towns now, and I read them one more time. Every word she sends feels steadier than any bottle of wine. Willie teased me as something fierce whenever Mail called up with us. Willie teased me something fierce whenever Mail called up with us. Said, Cole, you're reading that letter slower than the whole darn book. There's letters passing between towns now, folding up my heart in every line. There's letters passing between towns now, and I read them one more time. Every word she sends feels steadier than any bottle of wine. Marcus laughed along beside him, said, little sister's got him good. Marcus laughed along beside him, said, little sister's got him good. I just smiled and folded up the letter, kept it tucked beneath my hood. We played a run through Alabama, towns I'd never seen before. We played a run through Alabama, towns I'd never seen before. Every crowd a little bigger, word spreading out from door to door. But every night before I slept, I'd think of that porch and that hummed hymn. But every night before I slept, I'd think of that porch and that hummed hymn. Wondering if a road this long could still lead back again to her and him. There's letters passing between towns now, folding up my heart in every line. There's letters passing between towns now, and I read them one more time. Every word she sends feels steadier than any bottle of wine. A promoter in Birmingham offered a residency, steady pay each week. A promoter in Birmingham offered a residency, steady pay each week. I thought about staying put a while, thought about what my heart might seek. Willie said residency's good money, Jesse, but I know that look you got. Willie said residency's good money, Jesse, but I know that look you got.
tied in a knot. I sat on the edge of a hotel bed in Birmingham, that residency offer in my hand. Good money, steady work, everything a traveling man's supposed to want. After 2 years on the circuit, and all I could think about was Junie's handwriting, careful and plain, telling me about her garden, like it was the most important news in the world. Funny how a man can chase applause across 3 states and call it freedom, and then realize the thing he's really been chasing is a porch, a hummed hymn sung slightly wrong, and somebody who never once needed him to be anybody but exactly who he already was. I thought about Delilah's note on that kitchen table, watching you stay the same. Maybe this was different. Maybe wanting to go home to somebody wasn't staying the same at all. Maybe it was the whole point of everything the road had been teaching me. Started up the truck, didn't need to ask me why. We finished out the run through Alabama, every show still true and bright. We finished out the run through Alabama, every show still true and bright. But my mind was already back in Jackson, counting down the days and nights. On that porch, girl, I'm coming back to town. There's letters passing between towns, but soon I won't need to write. There's letters passing between towns, 'cause I'm coming home tonight. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and any bottle of wine. Told the promoter not this time. I turned down the residency, told the promoter not this time. Well, it just grinned and started up the truck, didn't need to ask me why. We finished out the run through Alabama, every show still true and bright. We finished out the run through Alabama, every show still true and bright. But my mind was already back in Jackson, counting down the days and nights. I wrote Junie one last letter before we turned the truck around. I wrote Junie one last letter before we turned the truck around. Told her save me a seat on that porch, girl, I'm coming back to town. There's letters passing between towns, now folding up my heart in every line. There's letters passing between towns now, and I read them one more time. Every word she sends feels steadier than any bottle of wine. Will it tease me something fierce whenever Mel popped up with us? Will it?
kettle underneath the dim red light. She said she liked the way I hit them strings so full of pain. She said she liked the way I hit them strings so full of pain. Said a voice like mine could make a grown man dance in the rain. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, you got them green eyes like a storm. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, you got them green eyes like a storm. Big Sam warned me about your kind, but Lord, I still ain't warm. She'd wait by the stage door every night I finished playing. She'd wait by the stage door every night I finished playing, whispering sweet words that had my better sense delaying. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, you got them green eyes like a storm. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, you got them green eyes like a storm. Big Sam warned me about your kind, but Lord, I still ain't warm. Big Sam pulled me aside one night, said, boy, I seen her before. Big Sam pulled me aside one night, said, boy, I seen her before. She run with a fella named Ray, comes round when the crowd is more. I told Big Sam, I hear you, but my heart don't listen well. I told Big Sam, I hear you, but my heart don't listen well. Been so long since somebody looked at me and broke that lonesome spell. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, you got them green eyes like a storm. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, you got them green eyes like a storm. Big Sam warned me about your kind, but Lord, I still ain't warm. That's when I met the man himself, come strutting through the door. That's when I met the man himself, come strutting through the door. Sharp suit, gold ring, a smile that seemed to promise so much more. Ray walked up to me easy, shook my hand like we were old friends. Heard you're the one lighting up the kettle these days, he said. Got an ear for talent, Jesse Cole, I know people, real people. Promoters up in Memphis looking for a sound just like yours. Rosalie stood there smiling like she already knew the ending to this story. Big Sam just watched from the bar, didn't say a word. But I saw his jaw tighten up like he was biting back a warning. He already gave me once and knew I wasn't gonna hear again. I shook Ray's hand anyway. Lord help me, I shook his hand. Treat you right. I looked over at Big Sam, he just shook his head and sighed. I looked over at Big Sam, he just shook his head and sighed. I was too caught up in the shine to see what he was trying to hide. Watch out now! Watch out now! Watch out now! Oh, Rosalie, hey, Rosalie, and that smooth talking man named Ray. Oh,
into a brand new day.
2 weeks after that record dropped, I heard it on the radio. 2 weeks after that record dropped, I heard it on the radio. Standing in a diner in Memphis, watched a stranger's foot start to go. The waitress turned it up for me, didn't know that voice was mine. The waitress turned it up for me, didn't know that voice was mine. I just sat there grinning quiet, feeling warm from head to spine. I'm spinning on the air now, in every house and car. I'm spinning on the air now, in every house and car. Jesse Cole from the cotton fields, becoming Memphis's brightest star. Ray came busting through my door with a stack of papers in his hand. Ray came busting through my door with a stack of papers in his hand. Said, kid, the phone's been ringing off the hook, they want you across the land. I'm spinning on the air now, in every house and car. I'm spinning on the air now, in every house and car. Jesse Cole from the cotton fields, becoming Memphis's brightest star. Rosalie bought herself a new red dress, said we gotta look the part. Rosalie bought herself a new red dress, said we gotta look the part. I laughed and told her money don't mean much, but she just rolled her eyes, sweetheart. I called a Big Sam from a payphone on the corner of the street. I called a Big Sam from a payphone on the corner of the street. He didn't say much, just good for you, son. His voice sounded incomplete. I'm spinning on the air now, in every house and car. I'm spinning on the air now, in every house and car. Jesse Cole from the cotton fields, becoming Memphis's brightest star. Shows in Nashville, Little Rock, and Baton Rouge. Ray booked me shows in Nashville, Little Rock, and Baton Rouge. Said this is just the beginning, kid, wait till the whole South's got the blues. I hardly had a minute to catch my breath between the shows. I hardly had a minute to catch my breath between the shows. Slept in cars and cheap hotels, but Lord, my star just kept and rose. Somewhere between Nashville and Little Rock, I stopped counting the miles. Started counting crowds instead, 500 here, 1,000 there. Folks singing my own words back at me louder than I could sing them myself. It should have felt like everything I ever wanted, and for a while, Lord help me, it did. But late at night, in some strange hotel room, guitar laying next to me, like the only friend who really knew me anymore. I think about Big Sam's fiddle humming soft in the copper kettle, and I'd wonder when exactly the music stopped being about the hurt and started being about the crowd. I didn't have an answer. I just kept packing my bag for the next town. on the slide. Somewhere along that endless highway, I lost track of what was true. Somewhere along that endless highway, I lost track of what was true. Started believing my own name and likes more than the boy I used to know. Another stage, another light. Every town looked just the same. Another stage, another light. I'd search the crowd sometimes, half hoping to see Delilah in the light. I'm spinning on the air now, but who's the man they hear? Who's the man? I'm spinning on the air now, further gone with every year. Got 6 strings on my shoulder, but I'm losing hope with standing here. Take your time. My whiskey bottle empty, rattling in my sack. My whiskey bottle empty, rattling in my sack. Belly crying louder than the ache up in my back. Oh, I'm standing at the crossroads, don't know which way is mine. Oh, I'm standing at the crossroads, don't know which way is mine. Left road says forget her, says take your time. I passed a farmer on a mule, he tipped his hat and stared. I passed a farmer on a mule, he tipped his hat and stared. Said, boy, you look like trouble, that them city folks ain't scared. The sun was climbing higher, my shadow shrinking small. The sun was climbing higher, my shadow shrinking small. I heard a juke joint humming from behind a withered wall. Oh, I'm standing at the crossroads, don't know which way is mine. Oh, I'm standing at the crossroads, don't know which way is mine. Left road says forget her, right road says take your time. There's a sign that read Clarksville, paint all cracked and old. There's a sign that read Clarksville, paint all cracked and old. I ain't got a nickel, but I got a story to be told. Now my daddy used to say there's a place where 2 roads cross, and the devil don't care which way you walkin' long as you walkin' lost. I stood there at that fork with an empty bottle and a hungry gut, and I thought about turning back, finding that midnight train, dragging Delilah home by the wrist if I had to. But something in me, something stronger than the missing her, said, Jesse, that girl gave you a gift and didn't even know it. She gave you a reason to finally play that guitar like you mean it. So I picked a road, didn't matter much which one. I picked the one with music coming off it. wanted something new. Hey, Jesse! Play that thing! Oh, I'm standing at the crossroads, but now I know it's mine. I'm standing at the crossroads, leaving her behind. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and a whole new kind of time. Crossroads, morning light, first coin dropped in that guitar case. Yeah, that's the sound of starting over. That's the sound. That's the sound. The morning after that last show, I packed my things alone. The morning after that last show, I packed my things alone. No manager, no green-eyed woman, just me and my guitar in my own 2 hands on my own. Ray showed up in my hotel room, papers rolled up in his fist. Ray showed up in my hotel room, papers rolled up in his fist. You can't just walk away, Jesse, he said. There's a whole tour you're gonna miss. I'm walking out on Kingston now, leaving his kingdom in the dust. I'm walking out on Kingston now, leaving his kingdom in the dust. Every dollar that he offers now don't come with any trust. I told him, take me to court then, Ray, let the whole world hear the truth. I told him, take me to court then, Ray, let the whole world hear the truth. Let them hear how you built your kingdom off the backs of restless youth. His face went pale a moment, first time I'd seen him lose his cool. His face went pale a moment, first time I'd seen him lose his cool. You wouldn't dare, he told me, but his voice had lost its usual jewel. I said, watch me, Ray, I got nothing left for you to steal. I said, watch me, Ray, I got nothing left for you to steal. You already took the woman and the money, this time I'm the one who deals. I'm walking out on Kingston now, leaving his kingdom in the dust. I'm walking out on Kingston now, leaving his kingdom in the dust. Every dollar that he offers now don't come with any trust. He tried another angle, then softer, almost like a plea. He tried another angle, then softer, almost like a plea. I made you who you are, Jesse, don't that count for something to you and me? I looked at him and shook my head, said, no, Ray, you got it wrong. I looked at him and shook my head, said, no, Ray, you got it wrong. I made myself with a busted heart and my daddy's 6 strings all along. You just found me when I was hungry enough to sign my name away. You just found me when I was hungry enough to sign my name away. Won't happen twice, I've learned my lesson. I ain't hungry, Ray, today. Ray stood there a long moment, and for the first time since I'd known him, I saw something almost like
fear behind them calm, calculating eyes. Not fear of losing money. I don't think a man like Ray ever really feared that. Fear of being seen, maybe, for exactly what he was. A man who built a kingdom out of other men's dreams and never once had a dream of his own worth stealing. I almost felt sorry for him. Almost then I thought about Rosalie's green eyes, about the fine print, about the year I spent chasing applause instead of truth. And the sorry passed right on by. I hope you find somebody else to build you up, Ray. I said, but it ain't gonna be me, not anymore. I picked up my guitar case, walked past him slow, and for the first time in over a year, I opened a door that led somewhere I chose myself. I felt alright. I thought about heading back to Clarksville, back to Creeper Kettle Door. I thought about heading back to Clarksville, back to the Copper Kettle Door, back to Big Sam's fiddle in a room above a bar I'd known before. The city kept on moving me about the final scene there. I stopped to find about the year I spent in a hospital instead of truth, and the story passed right on by. I hope you find somebody else to build you up, Ray, I said, but it ain't gonna be me, not anymore. I picked up my guitar case, walked past him slow, and for the first time in over a year, I opened a door that led somewhere I chose myself. I felt alright. I thought about heading back to Clarksville, back to the Copper Kettle Door. I thought about heading back to Clarksville, back to the Copper Kettle Door, back to Big Sam's fiddle in the room above the bar I'd known before. I said, that ain't gonna be me, not anymore. I picked up my guitar case, walked past him slow, and for the first time in over a year, I opened the door that led somewhere I chose myself.
Jackson, paint peeling on the door. We found a little house outside of Jackson, paint peeling on the door. Julie said it's perfect, Jesse, before I'd even seen the floor. I spend my days fixing shutters, spend my nights still playing shows. I spend my days fixing shutters, spend my nights still playing shows. Willie and Marcus helped me build a porch, the kind every good house grows. We got a house of our own now, small and honest, built by hand. We got a house of our own now, planting roots in Delta land. Ain't much, but it's the first place ever felt like it was truly planned. Junie hung curtains that her mama sewed before she passed away. Junie hung curtains that her mama sewed before she passed away. Said every stitch is a piece of her, still watching over us today. was truly planned. I still played the circuit song, 3 nights out, 4 nights home. I still played the circuit song, 3 nights out, 4 nights home. Willie understood the balance now, knew a man don't always gotta roam. Marcus started courting the girl himself, brought around on a Sunday noon. Marcus started courting the girl himself, brought around on a Sunday noon. We sat out on my new built porch, playing a lazy Delta tune. Junie started singing harmony whenever I'd rehearse a song. Junie started singing harmony whenever I'd rehearse a song. Her voice was soft but sure and steady, never once seemed out of place, never wrong. We got a house of our own now, small and honest, built by hand. We got a house of our own now, planting roots in Delta land. Ain't much, but it's the first place ever felt like it was truly planned. A letter came one morning from a promoter up in Chicago town. A letter came one morning from a promoter up in Chicago town. Said he'd heard the cold trio sound and wanted to bring it further round. Junie read it slow beside me, didn't flinch, just held my hand. Junie read it slow beside me, didn't flinch, just held my hand. Said you built this house, Jesse, but I never asked you to abandon your own plan. I sang with that letter a long while, looking out at the little garden. Junie had started planting along the fence line tomatoes and greens. Coming up slow in the Delta heat, I thought about Chicago, about bigger stages, bigger crowds, maybe even bigger money. And for the first time since Memphis, the thought of a bigger stage didn't stir nothing much in me at all. I thought about Ray Kingston, about how chasing bigger nearly cost me everything that mattered. I looked over at Junie, humming soft while she worked in that garden, and I understood something Big Sam tried to teach me a long time ago. A man don't need the biggest stage in the world, he just needs the right one, with the right people standing beside him. I wrote back to that promoter and told him thank you, but I'd found exactly the size of life I was looking for. Chicago can wait its turn. Willie and Marcus agreed with me, said Chicago can wait its turn. We got a good thing going right here, Jesse, no need to make it burn. We kept playing the circuit steady, kept the house and garden growing too. We kept playing the circuit steady, kept the house and garden growing too. Junie's belly started rounding out that autumn, a secret we both knew. I said that night out on the porch, guitar resting on my knee. I said that night out on the porch, guitar resting on my knee. Junie beside me, hand on the belly, and for once my heart felt free. We got a house of our own now, and soon we'll be one more soon. We got a house of our own now, more than I ever bargained for, more than I bargained for. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and a family golden at my door. 6 strings burning gold beneath the amber sheen. 2 years now since he left the Delta ground. Boots worn thin from walking every crooked mile. Whiskey glass still catches every light that's swinging, but he sips it slower now, almost like a smile. Big Sam calls the changes with a lifted brow. Jesse follows blind, he's learned to trust the sound. Somewhere out that window, a train is running midnight, cutting through the dark like it's plowing sacred ground. And the room don't know it yet, but something's shifting in the air tonight. 6 strings singing, midnight train don't wait. Whiskey glass is empty, but I ain't drowning in it now. 6 strings singing, I'm still walking through the gate that my daddy left wide open, and I'm learning how. There's a man in the back wearing a city suit, coat too clean for a room this rough and low. Watching Jesse's hands like he's counting money, writing something down he don't want the room to know. Song ends and the bar goes quiet for a beat. Big Sam nods to Jesse, says, "Boy, you got the gift." Man in the suit stands up and starts walking closer. Jesse's stomach turns, he feels the whole night shift. The man said his name was Mr. Calloway out of Memphis. Said he scouted talent for a label with real money behind it. Said, "Son, I've heard 100 guitar players come through towns like this, and most of them sound like they're copying somebody. You sound like you're telling the truth." He put a card on the table right next to the whiskey glass and said, "The midnight train up to Memphis leaves Thursday." Big Sam didn't say a word, he just looked at Jesse the way a man looks at a son who's about to leave the nest. Proud and a little bit afraid of what the world might do to him, Jesse picked up that card like it was made of glass. And for the first time since Delilah left, he didn't think about the past, he thought about tomorrow. Big Sam said the road already taught you plenty, but this next lesson, boy, I can't teach you at all. He handed Jesse an old harmonica, silver dented, said, "When it gets hard, remember why you play it all." Big Sam's heart calls low and rough. "You sure, boy, you sure?" Jesse's guitar answers high. "I gotta find out, I gotta find out." Back and forth across the smoky room, 2 voices talking without a single word about doubt. 6 strings singing, midnight train don't wait. It's pulling out a station and my name is on the list. Whiskey glass sits empty on a table, I'm leaving. 6 strings singing, this is a chance I can't resist. Big Sam's blessing riding in my pocket like a coin. 6 strings singing, I was born for a night like this. The rain still falling on that tin roof, soft and slow. Big Sam watching taillights fade into the dark. Card in Jesse's pocket, guitar strapped
across his shoulder. 6 strings and a whistle, the midnight train's his mark.
The doors of starlight sound swung open to a world I'd never known. Wires and microphones and men in suits, more machines than I'd ever been shown. A man named Mr. Hargrove shook my hand, said, "So you're the one Ray found." A man named Mr. Hargrove shook my hand, said, "So you're the one Ray found." Let's hear that Delta Phi, everybody's talking round this town. Under the starlight sound, they're waiting on my voice. Under the starlight sound, they're waiting on my voice. One take to prove I'm worth it. One take, there ain't no other choice. I stepped up to that microphone with my daddy's guitar in hand. I stepped up to that microphone with my daddy's guitar in hand. My fingers shook a little, trying hard to understand. Under the starlight sound, they're waiting on my voice. Under the starlight sound, they're waiting on my voice. One take to prove I'm worth it. One take, there ain't no other choice. I closed my eyes and thought of Delilah, thought of that midnight train. I closed my eyes and thought of Delilah, thought of that midnight train. Thought of Big Sam's steady hands and every word of his refrain. And when I hit that first chord, something in the room went still. And when I hit that first chord, something in the room went still. Even Ray stopped smiling wide, felt a kind of honest chill. Under the starlight sound, they're waiting on my voice. Under the starlight sound, they're waiting on my voice. One take to prove I'm worth it. One take, there ain't no other choice. Mr. Hargrove leaned back slow, a smile creeping across his face. Mr. Hargrove leaned back slow, a smile creeping across his face. Said, "Boy, where in the world did Ray Kingston find a voice like that? Such grace." Rosalie stood behind the glass, hand pressed against her chest. Rosalie stood behind the glass, hand pressed against her chest. For a moment I forgot the deal, forgot about the rest. There's a feeling that comes when a room full of strangers goes quiet. Just to hear what's coming out of you, I ain't got words fancy enough for it. For a minute, I wasn't thinking about Ray's contract or Rosalie's smile, or the money Hargrove kept talking about like it was already mine. I was just a boy with his daddy's guitar, singing the same song I used to sing on that empty porch the night Delilah left. The funny thing about heartbreak, you carry it so long, it starts sounding like the only honest thing you know how to play. Hargrove clapped his hands together and said, "Let's cut a record." And just like that, everything changed. town. By midnight I was horse naked, but I never felt so alive. By midnight I was horse naked, but I never felt so alive. First time since Delilah left me that I felt like I could thrive. Hey! That's the sound. That's the sound. That's the sound. Hargrove said we'll press it up, or get it spinning on the air. Hargrove said we'll press it up, or get it spinning on the air. Jesse called by the end of the month, your name's gonna be everywhere. Under the starlight sound, they found a voice they came for. Under the starlight sound, I gave them something worth fighting for. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and a record they're pressing to the chord. Comes from Callaway's lawyers, thick as any Bible. Says the label wants a meeting, says there's trouble with the books. Jesse sits alone and reads it twice beneath the hotel lamp light. Feels the weight of every number, every careful glance he took. Turns out raised $10,000 was just the surface showing. Deeper in the ledgers, deeper than Miss Hattie found. There's contracts signed by Jesse's hand he don't remember reading. Clauses buried thick as roots beneath familiar ground. The lawyer says the label owns the songs he wrote in Memphis, owns the masters, owns the publishing, owns near everything. Jesse feels his stomach drop the way it did that night at Beale Street, when he first picked up the pen and thought he understood the thing. You signed it, Mr. Cole, the lawyer says without much feeling. Standard clause, we all agree to terms we rarely read. Jesse thinks about his daddy's warning about the fine print. Thinks about the pen he took too quick, too full of need. Callaway won't take his calls now, hiding behind secretaries. The friendly grin from Beale Street traded for a closing door. Jesse learns the hardest lesson of the whole big shining city, that the men who raised him up can drop him faster than before. The tour dates start to cancel, 1 then 2 then near a dozen. Word spreads quick through Nashville that the Cole boys caused a stir. Jesse sits alone in hotel rooms that used to feel like kingdoms, watching all the diamonds turn to something dark and blurred. And the phone stops ringing daily, and the crowds start growing thin, and the paper that once raised him now is closing tighter. 6 strings and a lawyer's letter, midnight train derailing. Whiskey glass can't fix the contract signed too fast, too blind. 6 strings and a lawyer's letter, everything I'm failing to hold on to is written down in someone else's mind. Jesse calls Big Sam collect, first time in near a year now. Voice cracking just a little when he says, Sam, I messed up bad. Big Sam listens quiet, doesn't say I told you so, boy. Just says, come on home a while, son, ain't nothing here that's had. But Jesse can't come home just yet, their show's still under contract.
another cost. That night before the show, Jesse sat backstage alone and read through the contract one more time, slow, word by word. The way his daddy always told him to, too late for it to matter now, but he read it anyway, like a man walking back through a house that's already burned down, just to understand how the fire started. He found his own signature at the bottom of page after page, each one a little smaller, a little more rushed than the last, like even his own hand had been getting tired of pretending to pay attention. He thought about the boy on the platform in the rain, holding a business card like it was made of glass. That boy hadn't known what glass could cut you. Jesse closed the contract and set it down, and picked up his guitar instead, the one document in his whole life that had never once tried to trick him. At least I still got you, he said quiet, to no one, to the strings. The show that night is smaller than the ones from just months back. Empty seats scattered like missing teeth throughout the hall. Jesse plays anyway, plays on, it's like the old days back in Clarksdale. Feel something strange and almost peaceful, even as things fall. Jesse's harmonica answers, that's all I've got tonight. Silence and reed tangled in the half-filled hall. Two sounds holding steady, though everything might fall. Six strings in a lawyer's letter, midnight train derailing. Whiskey glass can't fix the contract, signed too fast, too blind. Six strings and a lawyer's letter, everything I'm failing. Big Sam's waiting patient, Delilah's far behind. Daddy's guitar is all that's left of everything that's mine. Six strings and a lawyer's letter, I'm running out of time. The marquee lights start flickering, some bulbs already burned out. The marquee lights start flickering, some bulbs already burned out. The marquee lights start flickering, some bulbs already burned out. The marquee lights start flickering, some bulbs already burned out. The marquee lights start flickering, some bulbs already burned out. The marquee lights start flickering, some bulbs already burned out. Jesse walks out to the empty street where his Cadillac still waits. Six strings across his shoulder, like the day he left the Delta. Wondering if all this steep still has a floor that waits. A letter comes from Callaway's lawyers, thick as any Bible. Says the label wants a meeting, says there's trouble with the books. Jesse sits alone and reads it twice beneath the hotel lamplight. Feels the weight of every number, every careful glance he took. Turns out I raised $10,000 was just the surface showing. Deeper in the ledgers, deeper than Miss Hattie found. There's contracts signed by Jesse's hand he don't remember reading. Clauses buried thick as roots beneath familiar ground. The lawyer says a label owns the songs he wrote in Memphis.
The station in Clarksdale looks smaller than he pictured. Same peeling paint, same bent, same rusted overhang above. Jesse steps down slow with his suitcase and his 6 strings. Feels the delta heat wrapped around him like a memory of love. Nobody's waiting on the platform, no reporters, no fanfare. Just a dog asleep in shade and a farmer loading grain. Jesse almost laughs out loud at how the silence greets him. After years of screaming crowds, this quiet feels like rain. He walks the road toward Big Sam's, past the fields he used to walk through. Cotton bolls still white against the red clay and the sky. Every fence post, every ditch, a marker of a life before. The Cadillac and diamonds and the reasons he don't know why. Big Sam's juke joint looks the same, a little older, who's still leaning. Jesse stands outside a moment, hand upon the splintered door. Hears the sound of someone practicing a blues progression slowly. Steps inside to find Big Sam right where he'd been years before. Big Sam looks up slow, don't jump, don't shout, don't make a fuss of it. Just says, took you long enough, and nods toward an empty chair. Jesse sits down heavy with the weight of every mile behind him. Big Sam pours 2 glasses, sets one down and lets it just sit there. I ain't drinking that today, Jesse says, surprising even himself. Big Sam raises up an eyebrow, doesn't push it, doesn't pry. Just says, all right then, boy, and pours the extra back to bottle. Something in that quiet gesture nearly brings a grown man to cry. And the dust motes hanging, sunlight coming through the same old door, and the room still holds a silence Jesse thought he lost before. 6 strings coming home now, midnight train delivered, whiskey glass untouched today, a first and far too long. 6 strings coming home now, everything I've weathered led me back to where I started, back to where I still belong. Big Sam asks him careful, so what happened up in Nashville? Jesse tells him everything, the diamonds and the fall, the contracts and Loretta, and the way Ray broke the friendship. Big Sam listens quiet, doesn't interrupt at all. When Jesse's finished talking, Big Sam leans back in his chair. Says, sounds like Nashville taught you everything except the truth, that a man's worth ain't in diamonds, ain't in crowds or magazine covers. It's in the sound that's honest, same as when you were a youth. Big Sam got up slow, joints popping the way old joints do, and walked over to a shelf behind the bar, where he kept a few things nobody was allowed to touch. He pulled down an old photograph curled at the edges of a young man with a guitar standing on this very floor, years and years before Jesse was even born. That's me, Big Sam said, back when I thought the whole world owed me something for how good I could play. Took me near 20 years and a lot of empty rooms to figure out the world don't owe a man nothing. The music's the gift, everything else, the money, the fame, the folks who smile at you, 'cause of what you can do for them. That's just weather, boy, it comes, it goes. But the music, if you treat it right, that's the one thing that stays. He set the photograph down on the bar in front of Jesse. You still got your daddy's guitar, that's more than most men ever get to keep. Don't you go losing that too. Jesse holds his daddy's guitar a little tighter after hearing, runs his fingers slow along the 6 strings, worn but true. Says, I don't know if I can build back what I
Big Sam smiles and says, you don't rebuild it, boy, you build it new. You build it new. Slow, dust and reed tangled in the afternoon light. Two sounds remembering what it means to feel right. Six strings coming home now, midnight train delivered. Whiskey glass and touch today, first and far too long. Six strings coming home now, everything I've weathered. Big Sam's here beside me, this is where I still belong. Daddy's guitar is singing like it never left this floor. Six strings coming home now, I'm not running anymore. Evening settles soft on Clarksdale, crickets starting up their song. Jesse sits out on the porch step where his story first began. Six strings resting quiet in his lap beneath the Delta star, wondering if a broken man can learn to build again. The station in Clarksdale looks smaller than he pictured. Same peel and paint, same bench, same rusted overhang above. Jesse steps down slow with his suitcase and his six strings. Feels the Delta heat wrapped around him like a memory of love. Nobody's waiting on the platform, no reporters, no fanfare. Just a dog asleep in shade and a farmer loading grain. Jesse almost laughs out loud at how the silence greets him. After years of screaming crowds, this quiet feels like rain. He walks the road toward Big Sam's, past the fields he used to walk through. Cotton balls still white against the red clay.
Oh, Willie's call. Junior was sitting right there on the porch like she already knew. Junior was sitting right there on the porch like she already knew. The exact hour I'd come walking up that road, straight back to you. Sitting on the porch steps, watching the evening settle slow. Sitting on the porch steps, watching the evening settle slow. Ain't no crowd, ain't no bright lights, just a feeling I finally know. She didn't jump up running, didn't make a big old scene. She didn't jump up running, didn't make a big old scene. Just patted the step beside her, calm as a Sunday morning serene. Sitting on the porch steps, watching the evening settle slow. Sitting on the porch steps, watching the evening settle slow. Ain't no crowd, ain't no bright lights, just a feeling I finally know. I sat down close beside her, guitar resting at my feet. I sat down close beside her, guitar resting at my feet. She looked at me a long moment and said, you look tired but complete. I told her about Birmingham, about turning down that steady pay. I told her about Birmingham, about turning down that steady pay. She just nodded slow and quiet like she'd known I'd choose this way. I wasn't gonna ask you to stay. She said it wasn't my place to bend your road. I wasn't gonna ask you to stay. She said it wasn't my place to bend your road. But I sure am glad you chose his load. Sitting on the porch steps, watching the evening sail slow. Sitting on the porch steps, watching the evening sail slow. Ain't no crowd, ain't no bright lights, just a feeling I finally know. Loretta brought us out some tea, didn't linger, left us be. Loretta brought us out some tea, didn't linger, left us be. Willie hollered from the yard, don't wait too long now, cold to speak honestly. I laughed and looked over at Junie, feeling braver than before. I laughed and looked over at Junie, feeling braver than before. Took her hand there on the porch steps, didn't need to say much more. I told Junie everything that evening, that I was leaving Rosalie's lies, Ray Kingston's fine print, every mile of road that led me finally to that exact porch step. She listened close, didn't flinch, didn't try to fix nothing or make it prettier than it was. When I finished, she just squeezed my hand and said, "Sounds like the road was teaching you something the whole time, Jesse. Sounds like maybe you needed to lose a few things before you knew what was worth keeping." I thought about my daddy's guitar, about Big Sam's warning, about every hard lesson wrapped up in 6 strings and a busted heart. And I thought, sitting there with Junie's hand in mine, that maybe this was what all that walking had been leading toward. Not fame, not money, not even redemption exactly. Just a porch, an honest woman, and a peace I hadn't known I was chasing. Stars came out slow above us, one by one across the sky. Stars came out slow above us, one by one across the sky. Junie hummed an old hymn soft, and I hummed along, didn't know why. I asked her, would you mind if I stayed a while, not just passing through? I asked her, would you mind if I stayed a while, not just passing through? She smiled and said, "Jesse Cole, I've been minding that since I first heard you sing true. Stay a while now." We sat there talking long past midnight, the porch light burning low. We sat there talking long past midnight, the porch light burning low. For the first time in a long, long while, to go. Sitting on the porch steps, and for once I ain't in a hurry to leave. Sitting on the porch steps, learning how to simply believe. Simply believe. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and a heart that finally can breathe. Sat right up front at the kettle, underneath the dim red light. She said she liked the way I hit them strings so full of pain. She said she liked the way I hit them strings so full of pain. Said a voice like mine could make a grown man dance in the rain. Rosalie, you got them green eyes still ain't warm. She'd wait by the stage door every night I finished playing. She'd wait by the stage door every night I finished playing, whispering sweet words that had my better sense delaying. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, you got them green eyes like a storm. Oh, Rosalie, Rosalie, you got them green eyes like a storm. Big Sam warned me about your kind, but Lord, I still ain't warm. Big Sam pulled me aside one night, said, boy, I seen her before. Big Sam pulled me aside one night, said, boy, I seen her before. She run with a fella named Ray, comes round when the crowd is more. I told Big Sam I hear you, but my heart don't listen well. I told Big Sam I hear you, but my heart don't listen well. Been so long since somebody looked at me and broke that lonesome spell. Still ain't warm. That's when I met the man himself, come strutting through the door. That's when I met the man himself, come strutting through the door. Sharp suit, gold ring, a smile that seemed to promise so much more. Ray walked up to me easy, shook my hand like we were old friends. Heard you're the one lighting up the kettle these days, he said. Got an ear for talent, Jesse Cole, I know people, real people. Promoters up in Memphis looking for a sound just like yours. Rosalie stood there smiling like she already knew the ending to this story. Big Sam just watched from the bar, didn't say a word. But I saw his jaw tighten up like he was biting back a warning. He already gave me once and knew I wasn't gonna hear again. I shook Ray's hand anyway, Lord help me, I shook his hand. Said, don't he treat you right? I looked over at Big Sam, he just shook his head and sighed. I looked over at Big Sam, he just shook his head and sighed. I was too caught up in the shine to see what he was trying to hide. Watch out now! I'm walking into a brand new day. 10 cities in a month now, my calendar's a blur. 10 cities in a month now, my calendar's a blur. Woke up in Baton Rouge this morning, couldn't recall where I'd been the day before. Ray slid a paper across the table, said sign here one more year. Ray slid a paper across the table, said sign here one more year. I signed it without reading close, my mind was somewhere far from here. There's a delta in my blood still, the driver stopped the car a minute, let this old feeling unload. There's a delta in my blood still, no matter how far I roam. There's a delta in my blood still, no matter how far I roam. Cotton fields and dusty porches calling me back home. My fancy shoes, dust settling on the shine. I stood there in my fancy shoes, dust settling on the shine. Thought about my mama's hands and how different they were from mine. Roadly called from the car, said, Jesse, we ain't got all day. Roadly called from the car, said, Jesse, we ain't got all day. But something in that cotton field kept begging me to stay. There's a delta in my blood still, no matter how far I roam. There's a delta in my blood still, no matter how far I roam. Cotton fields and dusty porches calling me back home. That night I wrote a letter to Big Sam, first one in a while. That night I wrote a letter to Big Sam, first one in a while. Told him about the lights and crowds, but couldn't fake a smile. I asked him if the copper kettle still stood there on that street. I asked him if the copper kettle still stood there on that street. He wrote back just a few short lines, words warm but bittersweet. Big Sam's letter said, Jesse, the kettle's still standing, still smells the same. Still got that crack in the floor where you used to tap your foot. Folks ask about you sometimes, I tell them you're doing just fine. Selling records, filling up them big arenas. But I hope somewhere in all that shine, you still remember that the blues don't come from applause, son, it comes from truth. And I worry sometimes, way out here, that you're trading one for the other. I read that letter maybe 10 times that night, sitting alone in a hotel room 3 states from anywhere I called home. Rosalie asleep in the next room, Ray's contract sitting on the dresser. And for the first time in a long time, I picked up my guitar and played something nobody paid to hear. Him a long moment, something cold behind his eyes. I looked at him a long moment, something cold behind his eyes. First time I ever wondered if his kindness was all lies. I got back in that car anyway, but part of me stayed standing in that cotton field, looking down. Word had spread beyond Vicksburg, past the river and the bend. Word had spread beyond Vicksburg, past the river and the bend. Juke joint owners started calling out, wanting me to come and lend my voice in six string to their weekends, fill their rooms up wall to wall. My voice in six string to their weekends, fill their rooms up wall to wall. I started traveling circuit style, a different stage, every single hall. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, town to town on my own 2 feet. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, playing every barroom and side street, building up a name for myself that don't come with no deceit. Natchez, Jackson, then on to Hattiesburg, every room a different face. Natchez, Jackson, then on to Hattiesburg, every room a different face. But the same kind of hunger in their eyes, the same kind of empty space. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, town to town on my own 2 feet. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, playing every barroom and side street, building up a name for myself that don't come with no deceit. I started making real money now, but different than before. I started making real money now, but different than before. Every dollar had my own hands on it, wasn't skimmed off at raised back door. I bought myself a second guitar, a beat up amp, a sturdy case. I bought myself a second guitar, a beat up amp, a sturdy case. Started thinking about putting a band together, filling up the empty space. Found a drummer in Jackson, name of Willie, steady hands and a steadier heart. Found a drummer in Jackson, name of Willie, steady hands and a steadier heart. Found a bass man outside Hattiesburg who could hold a groove from the very start. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, town to town on my own 2 feet. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, playing every barroom and side street, building up a name for myself that don't come with no deceit. By the time we hit Laurel, we were a real band, tight and true. By the time we hit Laurel, we were a real band, tight and true. Willie's drums and Marcus on the bass, holding down the groove. Crowds got bigger every week, but this time it felt different, felt right. Crowds got bigger every week, but this time it felt different, felt right. Wasn't Ray's machine behind it, just 3 men and an honest night. There's a difference I was learning between being built up by somebody else's hands and building something up yourself, brick by brick, town by town. Willie and Marcus didn't answer to no contract, they answered to the music. Same as me, we split every dollar even, 3 ways, no fine print. No green-eyed woman keeping tabs on my mood for somebody else's benefit. I thought about Ray Kingston sometimes, wondered if he'd heard about the juke joint circuit buzzing with my name on it. Wondered if it burned him, knowing he didn't own a single note of what we were building. I hoped it did, but mostly I was just grateful, sitting in the back of Willie's old truck between towns, watching the Mississippi countryside roll by. For the first time finding out what it felt like to build something true, with my own 2 hands alongside men who wanted nothing from me but the music itself. We played 6 nights a week, some months, barely stopping to catch our breath. We played 6 nights a week, some months, barely stopping to catch our breath. But every juke joint felt like family, not a single one felt like a test. Well, his wife would cook us supper whenever we rolled back through town. Well, his wife would cook us supper whenever we rolled back through town. Marcus taught me how to laugh again, taught me how to settle down. Wow! We started calling ourselves the Cold Trio, simple as that, plain and true. We started calling ourselves the Cold Trio, simple as that, plain and true. Word kept spreading down every road further than we ever knew. I'm riding the juke joint circuit now, and I finally got a real crew. I'm riding a juke joint circuit now, building something honest and true. Got 6 strings on my shoulder, and don't come with none to see me through. Stern as a Sunday sermon. Junie's daddy was a preacher man, stern as a Sunday sermon. Marcus warned me, watch yourself cold. He don't take kindly to no vermin. I put on my one good shirt, comb my hair the best I could. I put on my one good shirt, comb my hair the best I could. Walked up to his little house, feeling nervous as a green cut wood. I'm asking Junie's father now, head in hand and heart laid bare. I'm asking Junie's father now, praying that he'll hear my prayer. Every mile I walk to get here, wondering if I'm even welcome there. He set me down upon his porch, didn't offer me a seat too fast. He set me down upon his porch, didn't offer me a seat too fast. Studied me a long, long moment like he was reading through my past. I'm asking Junie's father now, head in hand and heart laid bare. I'm asking Junie's father now, praying that he'll hear my prayer. Every mile I walk to get here, wondering if I'm even welcome there. I heard about Memphis, he said slow, heard about the life he led. I heard about Memphis, he said slow, heard about the life he led. Heard about women, heard about money, heard the road that you were fed. I didn't try to hide a single piece, told him every mile, every fall. I didn't try to hide a single piece, told him every mile, every fall. Told him about Delilah, Rosalie, Ray Kingston, told him truthfully, told him all. He listened close, didn't interrupt, just nodded slow and grim. He listened close, didn't interrupt, just nodded slow and grim. When I finished, he was quite a while before he looked at me again. I'm asking Junie's father now, head in hand and heart laid bare. I'm asking Junie's father now, praying that he'll hear my prayer. Every mile I walk to get here, wondering if I'm even welcome there. A man who tells the truth about his failings, he said, ain't the same as a man who hides. A man who tells the truth about his failings, he said, ain't the same as a man who hides. I marry fools who look much cleaner, standing pretty at my side. My daughter don't need clean, he said she needs a man who's finally found his ground. My daughter don't need clean, he said she needs a man who's finally found his ground. You sure you found it, son, or is this porch just one more town? I looked that old preacher dead in the eye, and for a moment I thought about every road I'd walked since Delilah left. The midnight train, the
crossroads outside Clarksville, Memphis, Ray, Rosalie, the long walk back to the copper kettle, the juke joint circuit, Willie's kindness, and finally this very porch. And I told him the truest thing I knew. Sir, I've been lost enough times to know exactly what fine feels like now. I ain't perfect, and I ain't finished changing, but I know this: every road I ever walked was leading me towards somebody who didn't need me to be nothing but honest. That's your daughter. I ain't asking to stop walking altogether, I'm asking if she'd walk it with me, and if you trust me enough to let her. He was quiet a long moment, then he stood up slow, held out his hand and said, well, that's the first honest thing a man said to me on this porch in a long while. Jesse Cole.
He shook my hand firm and slow, said you got my blessing, son. He shook my hand firm and slow, said you got my blessing, son. But you break her heart the way that Memphis broke you. We'll have another run. I laughed relieved and thanked him proper, promised I'd hold true. I laughed relieved and thanked him proper, promised I'd hold true. He called Junie out onto the porch, said, girl, I believe he's fit for you. Got 6 strings on my shoulder and a whole new life breaking there. Didn't offer me a seat too fast. He sat me down upon his porch, didn't offer me a seat too fast. Studied me a long, long moment, like he was reading through my past. I'm asking Junie's father now, hand in hand and heart laid bare. I'm asking Junie's father now, praying that he'll hear my prayer. Every mile I walk to get here, wondering if I'm even welcome there. He sat me down upon his porch, didn't offer me a seat too fast. He sat me down upon his porch, didn't offer me a seat too fast. Studied me a long, long moment, like he was reading through my past. I'm asking Julie's father now, hand in hand and heart laid bare. I'm asking Julie's father now, praying that he'll hear my prayer. stayed 3 days at the Copper Kettle, sleeping in the same old room. I stayed 3 days at the Copper Kettle, sleeping in the same old room. Waking up to Otis sweeping and the smell of morning coming through. Big Sam and I sat every evening talking low past closing time. Big Sam and I sat every evening talking low past closing time. He never once said I told you so, just help me sort the truth from the shine. This is where the story bends, back to the roads I used to know. This is where the story bends, but I ain't the same man I was though. I carry Memphis in my bones now, everywhere I go. I asked Big Sam what he thought I should do, stay here or head back out. I asked Big Sam what he thought I should do, stay here or head back out. He just smiled and shook his head, said, son, that ain't what this is about. This is where the story bends, back to the roads I used to know. This is where the story bends, but I ain't the same man I was though. I carry Memphis in my bones now, everywhere I go. You didn't come back here to hide, he said, you came back here to see. You didn't come back here to hide, he said, you came back here to see what kind of man you want to be now that the choice is finally free. I thought about Delilah's midnight train still rolling somewhere out there. I thought about Delilah's midnight train still rolling somewhere out there. Thought about every road I'd walk since every burden I used